All right, here I am, Nostrovini. The little beard's gonna be going pretty soon. I'm gonna get back my youth. I look youthful, like a tired, angry, tired child without the beard. Right now, this gives me a certain je ne sais quoi, a little fancy and sophistication. But it gives me a rash because my skin is it's like a baby skin. I'm like a baby, I'm like a little baby. Anyway, this is Nostrovini, the New York Post, December 1st. That's the post I got. December 1st post. And this is the news that's all that's fit to print. Oh, by the way, Joe Biden, the criminalist, the most corrupt president in the history of presidents, and we've had some Jewsies in the past. He pardoned his son, who was the bagman for the Biden crime family. Of course, there's no proof of that. Uh, Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, because basically the FBI, the deep state, and the media covered Joey's tracks. It was all in the family because they're all corrupt. They all, they do the payoffs to Biden and want to control everything. Got a lot of Marxists in our country. Yeah. Afraid tail gunner Joe McCarthy was right after all. Anyway, gangs all here. Like we don't have enough in domestic criminals. We gotta import. And be importing all these so-called migrants, 2/3 of which are criminals. Well, maybe give or take a third are there. And the rest are window dressing so they can get in the country and destroy it. It's to destroy the country from within. So we'll go fight them. Because Trumpy, YMCA, Trumpy is president now, and he's got all the mechanisms of government. Now all we have to do is round them up, and any allies who are Americans who are traitors to the country, round them up and put them on the Aleutian Islands. That's my thought. Yeah, Don wasn't totally wrong, but you put somebody in the Aleutian Islands without good heating, they're gonna turn permanently screwed up. Let's see. Amnesty is alleging genocide. Amnesty International. You don't know what genocide is. Genocide is when you try to kill off a whole people. There's no genocide going on in the Middle East towards the Palestinians. If there's billions of them, practically, well, not billions, but millions, and what they, the Israelis just can't give full citizenship because wherever the Palestinians go, they try to overthrow the government. They did it in Lebanon, the Lebanese civil war. They did it in uh, Jordan. That's why the Egyptians won't let them in. They're troublemakers. They don't bring nothing but misery. That's my take on it. They're not nice people. They won't let them here. And they're beating up people, destroying our country from within. Like there's no First Amendment, freedom of speech. They'll punch you in the head if you disagree with them. And they're starting a pogrom against the Jewish people. The Jewish people are, oh, but these way to me. I'm not, you know, that's it. Yankee and assault. This black girl put in there for with the mayor's office to get the races together. Obviously, is an anti-Semite. There was a poster up of those poor Jewish kids that were kidnapped by the horrible Hamas. She's staring it down. Then, when somebody mentions it to her, she smirks. She smacks them around. This is terrible. This woman is violent. She's an anti-Semite, a Nazi, a black Nazi, if you will. It's possible because she hates the Jews and she wants them to see them all killed. My dad is a Nazi. Now she doesn't agree with the Aryan part, but certainly there's a lot of boxes she's filling in. Look at this. Fame, school needs fortune. You cheap bastards, you rich cheap bastards. The public school of fame is going out of business. You don't contribute. You make $100 million, and they're in the deficit for $500. you know, not that much money, but they're cheap. They're gonna spend it on handbags and like fortunes on mansions. I wouldn't mind if they just said, "Hey, I want to look after myself. I don't give a rat's ass." But they tell us all of us to be nice and do the contribution thing, and do sacrifice, but they'll do it themselves. Yeah. If I wasn't a violent man, I'd get violent. But I'm not a violent man. I'm a man of love. Hey, hey, I'm a Catholic and I'm a Christian born again. I'm at war myself constantly. But anyway, they got they wanted to hire more broads in the NYPD, but they had a lot of guys. I think actually, yeah, NYPD. This was to get rid of the guys, so you could have women get those jobs. Whether the women were women are generally not as good as cops as men because they don't have the upper body strength or the mind. They don't have the mind, but they can be good cops. It's true. They can work out and all that stuff. But anyway, this is to rig the game and to disenfranchise some good cops for some incompetent broads. Not so good. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Kicked in the Assad. This just tells you that the whole Middle East is a crack up jack box of Tinder. Now you get this complication. You have Assad, who's a genuine old school dictator, kills people, genocide, uses gas against his own people. You got the fundamentalists, all the guys, the various fanatical killers fighting him. And you got the Russians and the Iranians on the side of Assad. Very complicated. It's like a 4 or 5 way war. What are you going to do? I got no answer. Blow the whole place up. Eh, maybe when Governor Huckabee, well, formerly Governor Huckabee goes there and he says he lays down the law. He says we're going to go for the religious people whose actions most reflect the good old USA. And we're going to favor the Israelis and just be outright about it and say, you're never going to have this. Just move away. Don't move to America. We don't need you. Move to Canada. That's a mess, too. You do well there. A little cold for you, but kicked in this, ah, look at the Stone Age of Enlightenment. Now, let me tell you something. This is proof positive that all problems in the universe and the society are based on the females. Oh, yeah. You think it's us? No, 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 no. Before the Stone Age, 5000 BC, you had your equal society. In other words, no hierarchy. You had your broads and you had your guys, and they were equal. Well, that lasted for thousands of years, and there was no progress. So one day, the woman says, I want some bubbles. Will you kill that guy? I mean, I don't want to say directly, but if you have to, do it. Give me a diamond. Give me shoes, because they always like the shoes. The man said, hey, I know, we're not killing nobody. We go hunting. You forage for the stuff. You can be the leaders. You don't have to have the upper body. But that's not how it went. So society went with the women coercing the men to kill people. That's what happened. It's all your fault. If you have a bad society, you look at the fingers, the finger points to you. The finger points to you. The fingers point to you. The fingers point to you. The fingers. Trying to get this in my picture, you know? Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. That's right. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Got things to do. People think maybe it's cold now. I'll shave this off. See what happens. I'm gonna let the hair grow on top. I'm gonna get the long hair. See that guy over there? The long there. Where is he? Another guy. Yeah, I got an angel picture where I look like I was a droplet out of the asshole of God. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good looking guy. See if I shave this off, whether I'll recapture my youth. Alright. Here we go. I once were had a time.